Wengine wasimame mbele na muende mbele kidogo hivi na muweke social distance. Social distance. I will. Yeah, the stadiums need improvements, there's no doubt.
Social distance.
No social distance. Crank bed. Single crank because you're able to it's able to lift somebody's torso, prop him up. So for now, that is our patient. So if you want to, because it's manual. Of course, the others that come with the crank. But of course, repeated use of the crank also makes it wear out.
Yeah.
And there'll be a mattress. So you're not going to tell patients to sleep without a mattress and a pillow. To lift him up, of course, somebody will be holding him. Because possibly his back is broken or he has difficulties in breathing. So somebody will be holding him up. Then once we lift him, that's the first stage. You're propping up for he was a cardiac patient. So the actual propping up for a cardiac patient, up, will be actually at that level. And majority of us will be sleeping on it once we fall sick. So I think we give it a very good mark of quality.
Well done.
So, yeah. Yeah. So thanks Indeti for being a good patient. Yeah.
Hey, that's
Finally, you have gotten here. So when can we arrange for the ministry and the TSC? Because the expert, like the ICT expert, is a TSC staff. The county government is supporting the
we can elevate this house at 4 different angles. You have when he lies flat, that is 0 degrees. That angle is 20. That is 40 degrees to the surface. That is 60 degrees. And finally, you have an angle of 8. You can just sit on the bed and you can eat. As you go down, same angle 60. Okay. And finally, then you go back to 0.
So it's about fine. How about the rest conge?
See.
There are 70 beds, and in another few days you'll get another 100 beds. So as I said to you in the press briefing that time, in the next couple of weeks we should have the full. Actually, we are aiming for 400 beds, 200 beds in the annex, 100 beds in the MCH, and 100 beds in the MCH or in the Nyahururu facility. And we think that other than buying imported beds, and these are beds that we have the skill set to produce, and that we should produce them ourselves. And I think that's the way that all of Kenya we should be going. We should be self-reliant and agree to buy Kenya and build Kenya and produce from here. And as I said, these fine men and women behind you here are the ones who have been doing this work. So thank you very much indeed. The bed capacity is what I'm telling you, 200. I mean, the hospital is already rigged out for 200 beds, of which these are 70 beds there, and they are already, I think 70 or 60 already there. So we are progressing quite well. Both Nyahururu requires attention, Nyanyuki here requires attention, but not just there. If you go to Doldol, if you go to Kimanjo, if you go to Muriithi, if you go to Kinamba, if you go to Sipiri, if you go to Matanya, you know, all our sports facilities require attention, we expect to be able to get to them, but we have to prioritize. I think you have seen, for instance, this year, the bulk of our money has to go to health, because we have to respond to the need that is there and that is urgent. And it is, sports and recreation are also very, very important to better livelihood. Still, we can only live within a limited budget, and we are a small budget county, which is why I think you've seen out in our statements today, we are very pleased with Laikipians and want to thank them. We closed the year at 727 million in revenue as of yesterday, and I think that's a very, very valiant effort by Laikipians, and we thank them very much for having faith and trust in government and paying their taxes. And from our end is to use those taxes in the most cost-efficient manner. One way, frankly, is to promote local production, and that's why instead of buying imported beds, we have turned to our youth or our vocational training centers to produce them. And I am sure you agree, they are producing some very high quality beds for hospitals, and we look forward to increased production. So thank you very much indeed.